Hi, my name is Eva Schreiner. I recently graduated with a PhD in Architecture History and Theory from Columbia University in New York. My academic background is quite interdisciplinary. I completed a bachelor degree in International Affairs in Switzerland and a master's degree in Near Eastern Studies at New York University. I bring this interdisciplinarity to my research that links architectural history with histories of imperialism, capitalism, and the relationship of city and countryside in Europe and West Asia. I'm coming to ANAMED as a joint postdoctoral fellow with the Kunsthistorisches Institut at the Max Planck Institute in Florence. My project expands on my dissertation titled The Architecture of German Capitalist Imperialism, Producing Land, Cultivating Cotton, and Building Modern Finance in the Ottoman Empire 1870s to 1919. Focusing on the final decades of the Ottoman Empire and leading up to World War I, the dissertation explores debt as an instrument of control deployed by German private and state actors in Ottoman Anatolia. I demonstrate the workings of a vast inter-imperial architectural network engendered by and servicing Ottoman debt. The everyday functioning of empire relies on seemingly abstract and smooth financial transactions across vast territories. Studying these processes architecturally, I suggest, foregrounds the material reality of the immaterial system of finance, which reveals the frictions this system creates, and thereby elucidates how power is produced and subverted across imperial borders. This matters in particular because the 19th century history of global finance is historically written as a Euro-American story, obscuring the vital role played by peripheral agents in places such as Ottoman Anatolia. During the ANAMED Fellowship, I will specifically research, on the one hand, the built environment of Constantinople's financial district in Galata, and on the other hand, the Ottoman Public Debt Administration headquarters in the historic district across the Golden Horn. Just south of ANAMED's present location, for example, Deutsche Bank, then the world's largest bank, opened a branch office in 1909. The timing of the opening was tied to the Young Turk Revolution a year prior, and the threat this revolution posed to the European-run Ottoman debt system. In 1875, the Ottomans had declared bankruptcy, which had led to the installment of the debt administration. In the following 3 decades, until the opening of the branch office, Deutsche Bank became one of the main creditors of the highly indebted Ottoman state. In my project, I investigate how the built environment in Galata and in the historic district emerged from and actively mediated this financial system. The 19th century modernization of Constantinople that focused in particular on Galata and the larger Pera area was predominantly debt-financed. That Deutsche Bank took up residence in Galata was of no surprise, as the neighborhood had for centuries been Constantinople's center for European merchants and bankers. In the late 19th and early 20th century, most financial institutions, international banks, and insurance companies had their headquarters on the same street as Deutsche Bank, and the city's stock exchange was located nearby. Real estate was thus highly sought after, and a competitive market developed for the area's urban property, the so-called Mülk land. In the historic district across the Golden Horn, by contrast, the ownership of property was generally forbidden for foreigners, so that the lands the debt administration headquarters were constructed upon, including the building itself, remained under the ownership of the Ottoman state, relegating the European-led debt administration to the position of tenant. Beyond aesthetic qualities, my project therefore examines the late Ottoman land regime and the corresponding financing of an emerging property market that were central to the international debt system's architecture. In this way, my work reveals Constantinople's central place in the history of modern finance. My work has been published in Architectural Theory Review, Ways of Knowing Cities, and GTA Papers, and an article is forthcoming in Architecture Beyond Europe. I'm beginning my fellowship in Florence this fall, and I'm already excited to join you all in Istanbul in February. Thank you.